Amplify Motion for Unity provides high-quality and fast-performing motion blur for desktops, mobile devices, and consoles. To add it to your project, simply manually import the latest package available or use the Asset Store window import function. Let's take a closer look at the Amplify Motion camera component. Quality level, as the name hints, will define the overall quality of the effect. The methods used are constantly being improved or changed, so we won't go into much detail about each quality level in this video. From lighter to heavier, options range from downscaled high-quality custom mobile passes to standard shader model 2 and 3 or soft edge algorithms. Standard is recommended for most cases. The Auto Register Objects option will automatically add the Amplify Motion object script at runtime to your assets. You can leave it on for the time being, it will be covered in future tutorials. Overlay cameras are used for more complex or first-person setups, for example. It will also be covered in upcoming tutorials. The culling mask allows you to define which objects should have the motion effect applied. Do note that isolated objects also need to have the Amplify Motion object script. Quality steps defines the number of samples used in the motion blur effect. The higher the value, the smoother the effect. This value will directly impact performance more than any other. For optimal performance, we recommend a 1 to 3 range. Higher values can be used if required. Motion scale, as the name hints, can be used to define the actual scale of the motion effect. It's a great way to tweak the effect without tinkering with velocity values. The camera multiplier provides a camera blur override value. You can either remove the camera blur by setting it to 0 or enhance the effect by setting it to higher values. Max velocity defines the maximum value taken into account by the motion blur effect. The blur effect is directly linked to the object velocity. The minimum velocity defines what's the minimum velocity an object should have in order to be taken into account by the motion blur effect. The depth threshold can also be adjusted in order to avoid objects leaking into the background due to camera movement. Worker threads define the number of threads reserved for complex skin models such as characters. When set to 0, it will use half of the hardware threads available. As an example, in a dual core with 4 threads, it would use 2 threads. Usually, a value of 1 should be enough for most cases. Enabling the System Thread Pool option will toggle the use of the Unity thread pool instead of creating our own worker thread system. It's important to note that Amplify Motion now falls back to the System Thread Pool if the worker thread fails to initialize in specific systems such as consoles. The debug mode allows you to tweak and see the motion effect in action. It's a great way to identify problems and tweak your scene. We hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Join us in the next one, where we will cover the use of the Amplify Motion object script, the Auto Register options, culling masks, and skin meshes. Thank you for watching. Be sure to visit amplify.pt for more information about our products.